Hey guys and welcome! In today's video I want to give you a short guide to the new Specialist Zain and especially to his gadget, the XM370 Airburst Launcher, but also to his passive ability Perseverance. But I started off with the launcher because that's probably what's most interesting. The XM370 is the perfect gadget to hit enemies behind cover or snipers on top of a roof, and you have 2 magazines with 5 shots each, so 10 shots in total, and once you ran dry, the ammo needs a bit of time to regenerate. But it already starts to fill up when the first magazine was fired, so you won't have to dump both of them in order to get new ammo. Quite the opposite, when you play wisely you will always have 1 full magazine available. You can also not resupply the gadget with an ammo crate or the loadout drop to skip the cooldown, it can only resupply itself. The launcher deals damage against infantry, gadgets, structures and also light vehicles like the LATV on a maximum range of 100 meters. To counter it, you need to play the Specialist Irish and place one of his shootdown sentinels, cause these are able to destroy the explosives. To use the Airburst Launcher, you need to press 3 on PC or D-pad left on console, and then aim down sights and point your crosshair at the obstacle where the enemy is hiding behind or standing next to. Then fire to the side of it. Every time you aim down sights, the launcher automatically sets the distance to the objective you're pointing your crosshair at, but when you move the crosshair then, while you stay in ADS, the airburst range will stay the same. So for example, if there is an enemy behind this concrete block, I point my crosshair at it, then aim down sights, so the launcher can set the distance, and then while I stay aimed down sights, I aim a little to the left or to the right of the block, or simply above it and pull the trigger. The shells will then explode mid-air on the range I have set before and will hit all targets that are close to it, so in this case behind the block. But what you can also do is to adjust the range manually. This comes in handy when you track a moving target or you don't want to get out of ADS between shots at different ranges. So let's say I aim down sights at the first block again and the launcher automatically sets the distance. But then the target is killed by someone else or moves to a different cover and I don't want to get out of ADS and aim down sights again just to set the new range. What I can do here is I stay in ADS, point my crosshair at the new cover and then press V on PC or D-pad down on console to manually set the new range. You can also see the difference between the actual range to the target and the range the launcher is set to in the display on the right hand side. The right bar shows the actual range to the object you're pointing your crosshair at, and the left bar shows the range the airburst is set to. When you point your crosshair at a target that is closer than the airburst range, the display will also change its color to indicate that at this range the shells won't explode mid-air anymore, but on impact, which will be less efficient. When this happens, the HUD also asks you to adjust the airburst range manually by pressing the aforementioned buttons. So you can either aim down sights again for the launcher to set it automatically or set it manually like I explained. This can also happen when you aim down sights and you've already set the range but then a teammate walks through your line of sight. If this happens, don't shoot and don't set a new distance, just wait for them to pass by. What's also important to know is that the launcher can be fired from the hip as well, just like any other grenade launcher. In this case, the range of the airburst will be automatically set to the range your crosshair is pointing at and will most of the time explode on impact. So if you know that there is an enemy behind this cover, for example, you can also just fire it straight from the hip to the ground and it will deal damage. You will need 4 or 5 shells for a kill instead of only 3, but it still works. It might take a bit to get used to the controls of the launcher, but once you can handle it, it's really good. To master the Specialist and unlock its tier 1 badge and skin, you also have to do 1600 kills and assists with the launcher, so 40 kills for every mastery stage. In addition, Zain also has a passive ability that is called Perseverance and will get activated when you are on low health. When you do a kill in this state, it will trigger a faster health regeneration that fills up your health bar to 100%, similar to a med crate. You can see that the trait is active when it's shown in the bottom right corner of your HUD, but you can also hear it because when the recovery process starts, a heartbeat sound is played. If you receive more damage while the bar fills up, the regeneration stops and the ability is not active anymore until you do the next kill. But it's definitely helpful when you are a more aggressive player and prefer to be in the thick of the battle. With the introduction of the class system later this season, Zain will also receive a class gadget, and since he is part of the assault class, this will be the med pen. So once this is in the game, you will have the med pen always in your pockets, in addition to this passive ability that will regenerate your health faster. That might turn him into the perfect specialist for close combat and storming objectives, but let's wait and see until the changes are in the game. And that's it for today. I hope this short guide helps you to use the Airburst Launcher to your advantage and also Zain as a specialist in general. And if it does, be sure to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.